Ladies, Gentlemen, Mesdames, Messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, Señoras y Señores. Here we are. Good evening, buonasera, konnichiwa, xin chao, ni hao, annyeong, dobre večer, bonsoir, buonasera, good afternoon, yo estate kivanok, shalom, my friends. It is time for the second game of the finals, Satiini against GoOdy. GoOdy was able to take game one off of Satiini on a lost temple. Satiini did go for the contain on the Zalnaga watchtower, and GoOdy just broke this contain. Meanwhile, going for some hidden expansions. So very smart play. It was very safe play, and it was very effective, and that's most important of all. I mean, for example, some people say bit by bit Prime's play is effective as well, or TSL Reigns playstyle in GSL Season 3, especially in the semi and quarterfinals, was cheesy or boring or whatever you want to call it, but effective wins. And I personally, I don't think that this playstyle of GoOdy is boring. Personally, I admire the smartness of the playstyle of GoOdy. Being able to go for this hidden expansion at a natural position, then lift it up to fly it over to the island, having the absolute right upgrades, unit composition, to break a contain, meanwhile having a barracks on the cliff on the high ground at his natural expansion on Lost Temple to scout and prevent tank traps from being successful. So this is GoOdy just outplayed Satiini in every possible way. There's no other way than to say this is awesome. Anyway, so we have GoOdy here in game number 1, being up a 1-0. He is spawning at the 9 o'clock position now. I just fixed the scoreboard, so I actually do not have to take a look at the minimap where we currently are. I just can take a look at this awesome GSL scoreboard right now. This scoreboard is absolutely imbalanced. We have Satiini spawning here at the 6 o'clock position as the yellow Terran. So it is part 2 of this TVT. Of course, it will be played as a best of 5 because we are in the finals of tonight's CraftCup 32, and the winner, may it be Satiini or may it be GoOdy, will advance to the King of the Month. Will not only get a €50, but will able to play in the King of the Month tournament by CraftCup. We have already 2 Zerg players, Demager and Sis qualified, and we have another Protoss player qualified there as well. I forgot actually who it was, but the fourth person who will actually be a Terran player, may it be Satiini or may it be GoOdy. GoOdy going here for the relatively fast expansion. Satiini still running around with his Reaper. Reaper is at 1 kill. GoOdy was anticipating this attack, so the Reaper did not kill a single SCV even, and now the Reaper has been taken out by this Marauder, who's now just having a good warm time in this bunker, because yes, it is still winter, it is cold outside here in Berlin. We have about minus 10 degrees, and I mean, I think those Marauder suits are really weatherproof. But I mean, chilling out in a bunker, playing some cards, drinking some scotch, I think what else a Marauder can wish for? Let's be serious. And we are already 7 minutes in the game, and what do we see here? Oh, it's 3 barracks. What do we see here? Oh, it's an orbital command, but most important is, what do we see here? Another command center being put up by Terran players, and that's why I really do not understand Terran players crying about Zerg, crying about Protoss, especially about Zerg, on those new IC Cup maps, on those new GSL maps, where they just get out macro. It's not forbidden as a Terran player to macro up bases and stuff yourself like a crazy person. For example, the most impressive Terran macro I've ever seen was by Nada in GSL Season 2, and by Cars when I was casting a map against Insolence. I think it was the Epic Cup or the Computer Cup on Tartarim Altar, where Kaz was in the end at 8 bases or something like this, and he was just macroing like a crazy person, and that's why I really like the decision of Satiini to macro up himself as well. So let's take a look at the harvester count for the moment. GoOdy might be ahead in terms of harvesters for the moment, but not for very long, of course, because this is a very, very fast orbital command by Satiini. No need to go for a planetary fortress. He can have this orbital command, which allows him to get another mule every 80 seconds, which means he's got another 240, another 270 minerals every 80 seconds, which is, in addition to all these other SCVs being able to mine here from those missile purchase, absolutely worth everything. Just this orbital command being alive for 3 minutes, for even less than 3 minutes, absolutely is worth the cost of the command center and the orbital command itself already. So mass expanding as a Terran player most of the time pays off. And if you know you're playing against a Terran player like GoOdy, who's more oriented on harassment and passive play, just why not be a Zerg as a Terran, just expand like a crazy person, go for mass production facilities, and this is exactly what Satiini is doing, and this is what I really like. Now the harvester count is nearly the same for both guys. Now let's switch back to the production tab, and we see two absolutely two things which are trademark GoOdy. The first thing is the Blue Flame Hellion, the Infernal Pre-Igniter. It is being researched right now. It will be finished in 30 seconds. There we see the Armory is finished in about 30 seconds as well. GoOdy now going for a second command center himself as well. But it will be a little bit later, because yes, Satiini is expanding once again, so he will soon be on 4 bases, mining on 4 bases, because yes, he's still got quite a lot of minerals left in his main base. There we see a starport just connected to this reactor, Medivacs coming out, and Satiini just having his Marines and Marauders here. He's got the Concussive Shell, he's got the Stim, and many Terran players lately do not get the Concussive Shell TVT or TVZ right away, but always, as I was checking the Marauders of Satiini, he's always having the Concussive Shell, and that's why he's performing so well on the ladder on the European service since day one, really always in the top 20 up there with all those other guys. So now he's just moving out. He spotted those Hellions with his Marines, with his Marine here at the Zalnaga Watchtower, forcing those 3 Hellions to move back. This one Hellion was killed by the Concussive Shell here. So Concussive Shell already, this upgrade already paid off, costing only 50 minerals. And a 50 gas. Nah, this is Bogdan, by the way. And there was a fun day Monday by day 9, and he said, okay, just expand every 4 minutes, do whatever you want, but you have to expand actually every 4 minutes, and this is actually everything what Satiini is currently doing. So good job by him taking out this missile turret, moving back with all his forces, leaving only 1 Marine there. So this Marine will spot this command center by GoOdy. GoOdy still with his Marines and his Vikings at the top, and because of Satiini having all those missile turrets he placed on the edge, it is pretty much safe for him against any drops, against any cloaked banshees. So now the Marines are down, and Satiini stimming with his units, trying to go for an attack. Hellion 1 going down, 2 more Hellions going down. GoOdy now sieging up with the more siege tanks in the end. This most likely will be too much siege tanks. Will he be able to advance anyhow? Now with the Thor in the end, this will be over. He will lose the siege tank, but with the siege tank lost, this was the last unit there by Satiini. GoOdy only now going for the planetary fortress, not going for an orbital command, and the planetary fortress, base number 4 for Satiini, is finished. And guess what? What do we see? Well, what do we have here, Mr. Bond? Anyway, another command center. So Satiini being on 5 bases right now. Even though he's only ahead for supply, but He now should be able to get even more production facilities, and this is exactly what he's doing. Let's do a barracks count. So he's on 11 barracks for the moment. He's got 1 starport, and he's got actually 3 engineering bays here. Engineering bay 1, 2, there is engineering bay 3, so maybe it's time to go for some auto high-sec auto tracking. It is time for some neo steel frame or for some structure armor researches at the same time. So he's moving out with some marauders, as it seems right now. He's got 17 marauders. The +1/+1 is already finished for the infantry. He's got the +2/+2 en route. On the other hand, what is GoOdy doing? He's just finished with his planetary fortress. He was supply blocked for a short amount of time, and he's just getting more Thors, he's getting more siege tank, he's getting more Hellions, he's getting the has got the +1 for the mech already finished, now going for the +2. Missile turret in the middle of nowhere currently being built, will get taken out. And let's take a look at the units lost. We are 17 minutes in the game and nobody is over 4,000 resources right now. This is quite a lot, but with this nice scan he is able to take out this siege tanks on the high ground. And is he getting even more production facilities? Yes, he is. Satiini now just adding some more starports. He's got 5 more starports in total. He will have 6 starports, 11 barracks, 11 starports, 11 barracks, 1 factory, 6 starports is currently the amount of production facilities Satiini is having. Some Hellions trying to do some damage once again, and all those tries of GoOdy being successful with a harassment getting denied by Satiini. Satiini having all those missile turrets here, having his marauders in the right position. And I mean, Satiini will not be able to break this with the units he's currently having there. But he is just now going for... Oh, 4 minutes are over. He's going for another base, another expansion here at the gold at the center location. So he will be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, not mining nearly as much from his main base, but he's got quite a lot of minerals at his natural, at his second base, at a third and the fourth base there as well. So we got battle cruisers in production and 4 more command centers. There we see 3 more command centers as well. So looks like he is able to sacrifice some SCVs to free up some supply and just even going for the +1 Terran ship weapons, so the battle cruisers do even more damage. How many Vikings does GoOdy have right now? GoOdy's on 6 Vikings, not too much. Do we see the weapons refit or the Behemoth reactor, which is the energy upgrade for the battle cruisers, or the Yamato cannon? So he's doing a scan, seeing okay, there are actually only the planetary fortress, a couple of siege tanks, so now it's time for me to snipe this planetary fortress down. The planetary fortress gets not repaired, so GoOdy's actually down to 2 bases. Actually he's on 3 bases because this goal just finished, but he's mined out in this main as well. So GoOdy only mining on 2 bases, and the battle cruiser count is getting higher and higher for Satiini. He's got 4 more battle cruisers in production now, going for the planetary fortress here at the gold as well. Those command centers just finished. We should see a couple of orbital commands there pretty soon. And now it is time for Satiini to sacrifice some SCVs. He's got 82 SCVs. He just can easily sacrifice about 30 or 40 of those. GoOdy here with some SCVs. He's losing even some SCVs. Not even some SCVs. Some Vikings. Small miscall here by me. No upgrades on the battle cruisers regarding the Yamato cannon, or the not the Yamato, the Yamato cannon, or the energy upgrade. But still 2 battle cruisers alive. Checking what's going on. Do we see another base here? No, there is not another